Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back. It's Paula here with Paula's Imperfect Plans. We are here today for a budget closeout, and we are closing out our paycheck budget from the paycheck we received on May 16th. As a reminder, we are paid bi-weekly. We are two incomes paid on the same Friday. So let's go through this. 1206.33 was mine, and it seems to alternate. Sometimes the change rounds. Anyway, those were there. Okay, so I have several other categories, so I'm just going to go through. I don't have enough rows for all of them. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I had 1 week of plasma for $130. My roundups were $6.50. That is when we pay the card back with cash. We round up when we put the cash in, so that money comes back into the budget in this, in a line item. I had 130 plus 650 plus $119 in completed savings challenges, $10 in cash rollover at the end of this pay period, and then sinking funds came back into the budget of $2,087, which means, well, that probably was right. 130 plus 650 plus 119 plus 2087 plus 10. So in that other category, then we will have $2,352.50, and that just kind of explains what each of those was that I went through. So if we add that to our earned income, we have $5,113.27 that we work with during this pay period. All right, so sorry, I was laughing. I just heard my kiddo through the floor talking to himself in his sleep. All right, so if we come down to our fixed expenses, then the second half of the remaining portion of our internet bill was $29.11. Our phone bill was $196.10. No idea why it went up 2 cents, but it did. $131 set aside for life insurance. I did put $5 aside for the workout subscription that I pay for annually. Vehicle registration, in that sinking fund, we set aside $35. I didn't have to put anything into the insurance sinking fund because it was fully funded. The $2,087 that I said I pulled back in here. So that was plasma plus sinking fund plus savings challenge plus rollover plus round. Okay. So that $2,087 that came in, we had to pay. Our homeowner's insurance 6 months premium was $547.29. And our auto insurance 6-month premiums were $1,539.42. So if we look at our fixed expenses, and actually, I don't think I had it on here to start with, but we actually did a donation, which was $25. I didn't budget anything for it, but we did spend it. Okay, so our fixed expenses are $2,507.92. If I subtract that from the $51.13 $2,627 that we started with. That leaves us with a difference of $2,605.35. So we bring that $2,605.35 down to where we are budgeting here at our variable expense category. So for groceries, we did pull $280, $140. Very little of this got put anywhere else. It all mainly got spent in the designated categories. Amazon subscriptions was $60.60. That's all like household items that we have there. $125.29 for gas. We put that on our card and we get a percentage that goes back to our school, and then we take it off of, it's taken off of our school lunch bill. The portion of our school lunch bill that I need to pay, it's the final school lunch bill, and it's like, I'm getting the bill just at the end of this pay period, and I have $120 budgeted from, like today's paycheck, and the total bill is $134.25, so I just took the $14.25 from this check and the $120 from the next check, so that's all I had to pay toward our school lunch bill for my 3 kids to end out the year. Miscellaneous, I have $40 in here. Oh, yes. So the... Oh, and then I messed something else up too. Well, maybe not. Okay. $40. The last day of school, we always do a family picnic with our kids at the school, and this year they did a fundraiser for the school lunch program. So there's a local pizza place that whatever we could order pizzas that we could order pizza through for the picnic, and so I ordered 2 pizzas at $20 each, and then whatever portion of that was left over from the pizzas, they got to keep as a fundraiser, or however that worked. So that was that miscellaneous expense, which puts our variable expense totals at $870.14. If I subtract that from $2605.35 that we had when we started variable expenses, that is the difference of $1,735.21. And that is the amount that I will carry up here to the top as we go into savings. So vacation, I set $25 aside for that, $50 aside for propane, $50 in the kids sinking fund, $160 towards summer daycare, $40 into Christmas savings challenges, $24 into my holiday binder, $200 into my mini savings challenge binder, nothing in there. We finished that. $80 into the emergency fund. I said that we put cash back in. I said $119, and So of that $119 that came in from completed savings challenges, $67 went into our online sinking fund for home, and $52 went into pets. And then, so medical, which it should be over here under variable, there's just not enough room. Instead of putting money into our medical sinking fund, I had 2 different medical bills that we cash flowed instead to avoid pulling from the medical sinking fund. So the $167.65 that I budgeted was like the entire portion that we owed out of pocket for all of his appointments that got billed through our local clinic. And then plus a $20 copay for one of the visits to the surgical consults. So the medical was a total of $187.65, which technically didn't go into a sinking fund, but that's just how I'm doing it on this one. So this total category here has us at $935.65. If I subtract that from $1,735.21, that leaves us with $799.56 left to budget. And I will bring that down to the debt category, which again, I messed up over here, and $18 went to kids allowance. And so our Wells Fargo bill, we're just paying the minimum, which in May I split out into all 3 checks. So the portion of that was $265. And then let's see if the math's here. $265 plus 18 minus... which means we put $516.56 from this toward our Citi card, which is the debt we are currently working on paying down. And if you saw my Transfer Tuesday, you know that we also sold and I don't think I put the interest in here either. I definitely did. So we actually put more toward debt, and I'm not going to go in and do that because I'm not going to mess up this whole page. But we also had, so the extra, let me just break it down. So the original amount that we put with our paycheck, or that we had budgeted to put towards debt with this paycheck, was $324.02, or toward the Citi debt. And then $130 of plasma. And which bill started out less than we expected? Amazon subscriptions, maybe? So, or something. Something when we started was less than we thought it was going to be. So we had change of $48.93 in the budget that we could put toward that. And then at the end of the pay period with the roundups and then the $10 cash rollover that I put in, that left me with $13.61 to add, which gets us that $516.56. I also put our high yield interest toward debt with this paycheck, and $3,200 of our motorcycle from the sale of our motorcycle. So I can't believe I forgot interest on this spreadsheet. But in any case, of the information that we have here, I'm just going to put... I don't have it handy, so I guess I'm not going to put it on there. That's my bad. Anyway, so that is our zero-based budget here. Oops, for the paycheck from the last time we got paid. So, which means it's payday again, and looking forward to all the videos that you'll get to see from this pay period. So thank you guys for being here. Please hit that like button on the way out and consider subscribing if you haven't already. See you next time. Bye.